Welcome back to my stream. Um, we
Hey, looks like there's some new cards revealed. Check these out in just a second. Yo. BRB. All right. Uh, Bam. New cards. New cards. Let's look at them. I don't think the drafts have been updated for Arena, but we're gonna hop into Arena and do at least one today. All right. Deal 4 damage to the next spell. This turn costs 2 less. 3 mana of deal 4 has been an okay standard. We expect to probably see more spells coming back. It's 3 mana deal 4. This does put a rune, so I feel like this is a card that like maybe you wouldn't want to pick early, unless you really want to push for this, whatever rune synergies here. Again, a lot of information really relates to like what's going on and how many cards are you know, spells. That's fine for Arena. It seems like it'd be okay. Howling Blast, deal 3 damage to an enemy and freeze it. Deal 1 damage to all other enemies. Now that looks like a really good spell. Looks like this blue rune is going to be some more spell-focused, reactive stuff. That looks really good.
I can't believe it.
Hey, Hearthstone player?
Everyone.
Yeah, Howling Blast looks like a very strong card. S tier stuff right there. 3 for 3 is a little bit less, but the freeze and the AoE is really, really nice. Gain 1 attack for each frost spell in your hand. You need 1 frost spell in your hand for this to be like okay. I don't think I like it. I think it's too limited for Arena. Even if there's a lot of frost spells, just having them in those for them, pretty iffy on that. It looks like all of these are related to the blue runes. Deal 2 damage to all enemies, draw a card. So this is a Consec with upside. Consec with upside should be solid, right? I mean, should be real good, honestly. Consec's been pretty reasonable. Drawing a card is a nice upgrade on Consec. You can see the first weapon for the class. After your hero attacks, deal 2 damage to the enemy hero. 1 mana for a 2/2 weapon seems pretty good. Passive paid around 2 mana for something like this. The upside could be a little bit relevant, but mainly you're looking at the charges, and you know, at the end of the day, late in the game it could be. I mean, late in the game, it sometimes if there's no taunt, this can be like 1 mana for 8 reach. So looks solid. Draw a card, spend 2 corpses to draw another. Yeah, it depends on a little bit on the opportunity cost of corpses, but this looks like a solid card. 2 mana draw 2 most of the time, right? That looks really good. Looks like they're getting some just general upgrades on like other sets of cards. I feel like Demon Hunter might have had a little bit of this before, but this is like, you know, your souped up Arcane Intellect. Just don't want to play that early, of course, but you wouldn't want to be drawing cards early normally. We've already seen this card. Already talked about that. It's already been revealed. What's this? 5 mana, 3/3. Better do something. Battlecry. Summon 2 2/1 Rhyme Elementals with Death Rattle. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Random enemy is a little bit rough. Now, before we be too judgmental, right? Reminiscent of Dr. Boom. Some people rated Dr. Boom low. The 2/1s, they're susceptible to AoE. I feel like this should be good, even though my initial thing was like, oh no, I don't like it because of the random enemy. You can hit dome. It doesn't like the thing with Dr. Boom was also a 7/7, right? Which not for 5 mana. Why'd you waste your time reading? Well, you can tell me what you think of this one then. I'm trying to give this a think. I think it's trying to think of like when you play it, was it up against what it's up against? Like sure it's pingable, but I think I don't like dealing damage to a random enemy. It's one of those cards, but man, it's gonna feel bad sometimes. So I think I want to say in 2 to like. The undead helps a little bit. There's elemental. I'm not sure if that's ever going to be a synergy, but it's 3 bodies as well, right? And there's going to be some big value in splitting because you get the more corpses. Yeah, I think so. Split, I think, is going to have some value. This feels like an arena card. Enemy characters can't be healed. The anti-priest card. Yeah, this feels pretty whelming, right? Like, sometimes you're going to be taking a 4 mana 3/6. We've seen some much better cards, like the Consec that draws a card. Now, I will note, this is one of the stickier undeads that I've seen, so while my initial thing is to say, like, oh, I don't think 4 mana 3/6 has felt like a super stat line, I feel like the factor that it is a sticky undead might make this card more impactful than it initially seems. Because when we had when we had like the 4 mana 3/6 dragon around, Dragon Slayer was around as well, right? And so there was cards that you just didn't want to take. But yeah, again, very dependent on arena, like what cards are in arena. Yeah, 4 mana 3/6s generally are just not special, right? But there's a lot of stuff getting dumped into undead, so a factor of a sticky undead card might mean something. But I think again, cards that have split right now, kind of like when Infuse is in, when you have these corpses effects, and it feels like the splitting cards have a lot more utility. So cards like this that put more corpses, give you more corpses. But the Consec, are the Consec in the swipe? Yeah, the freeze swipe is very strong. Or the weapon in the swipe. Yeah, I think the Consec with upsides feels pretty nice, right? But a lot of like decent stuff scattered about, right? Through some 3/4s. Yeah, there can be some very meta-dependent stuff. So I think those are the cards that got the things that got revealed today. I don't think arenas have been updated. I was hoping that they'd be updated by today, but yeah. I could draft on another server just in case. But no, if the drafts get updated, we'll just switch to a different server instead. I mean, they're going to be updating it, right? They're going to be putting in the what's it called? The basic cards soon. Can we start with a shaman, then do demon hunter? Probably a not. Let's just try to hit those mech synergies, right? Inspire with the well, sadly, that's not really the best inspire for us now, is it? Let's take a micro machine. I'm tempted on these molten giants, honestly. Silverhand Regent over the Horse Rider just because we have this hero power. This to protect the micro is very interesting, but how many times is that going to actually be helpful for protecting the micro? Sometimes deal 3 out of hand. What do you think is better here? It's been a couple of days since I've done Arena. Horse or Regent? There'll be rotation. Oh, yeah. Dual class will be going away and stuff. Yeah, of course. Yeah, if we get Mooklas, I just want the Silverhand Regent to support it. We've got a couple of things to protect this micro. I feel like micro is an interesting thing to kind of prep for. Take a Crusher. Totem Golem, or under. Oh, we want the Totem. Mech Warper, okay. Another Totem Golem? Oh, this is interesting. What do we want here? I feel like I'm kind of lining up with the Horse Rider. I feel like I want to try to protect this micro machine. There'll be plenty of early stuff. Kraken is reach. It's gonna be clutter in the hand oftentimes. It could be. I don't know. I feel like they've already planned out how it's going to interact, so I wouldn't assume that sort of bug would occur, Stein. Well, I think, I mean, man, guys, whoa, 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 let's tap the brakes. Hold on, before this gets out of hand. Okay, I took a couple of days off of Arena, right? I played some BGs. I took some time to like do other things because Arena can be like kind of frustrating and yeah, it's dull and boring. Guys, it is so hard if I'm going to be streaming for 6 hours of the day. If 15 minutes in, we're just super shit talk mode. Like, I get it, but like, if okay, like, I get it. Like, it's going to be so hard for me to spend the whole day if this is the energy, right? Like Blizz never like it's. I just I need I need you guys to help me with my energy, right? It's a feedback system, right? Like it's it's really frustrating when people like won't watch anything but Arena, and then it's just like, oh, when we're doing Arena, it's just constantly complaining. It just doesn't make sense to me. Let's breathe a moment, and then you know. Oh. Stein, if you sub, I'll add whatever that emote is. Should check what that emote is. I assume if it's a emote, it can't be a bannable thing. All right, what do we think about this pick? Seen some leaning to Kraken. I know that 7TV gives 600 emotes now, and BTV 500 7TV for free. BTV don't know. Yeah, I just it adding emotes just hasn't isn't worth the time for me to go to another site to add that stuff, right? Early tempo feels like it matters so much. Horse Rider can help beat out the mech warpers. It protects the micro machine. Totem Golem is very strong as well. Yeah, I try to never be in a see a card take a card group. I feel like that's I mean, why draft if it comes down to that much simplicity. Hard to trust the win rate. Some of these cards will have... Totem Golem has the smallest sample size, but it has the highest win rate. Horse Rider close behind. Kraken has the lowest win rate, and that doesn't surprise me. Like, the gap between 5 and 9 right now is so huge that when you have these 9-mana cards, they can feel like they clutter your hand a lot. So you're on Team Pyro's best card in the game, Stein? I think of Totem Golem, like, so typically coin Totem Golem feels rough. The hero power to follow up, but you don't really expect any 2-mana 2/4s right now. So it doesn't feel like it's going to be useful. Totem Golem, you could try to play to preemptively deal with like a Mech Warper. I mean, Coin Totem Golem allows you to deal with an opponent playing an Annoyatron really easily. This can go over taunts, but honestly, like, for reach sake, this is 3 damage of reach, right? And it can protect the aggro startup, I think, and like another thing is like we've got a crusher as I think that the crusher is the thing is like if we can push the aggressiveness right to get like we want to land crusher on curve. I think I like the Horse Rider. I think we have enough mechs to pull off this Cogmaster. 3 mechs so far. And we want to push for more, right? Every mech we see, we're going to be happy with. It's like not a mech that you really don't want to pass that you want to pass on. The 2s are sorted. I think I'd take a Toad over a Trog here. Do I want to push for the upside? Yeah, I do. Speaking of mechs, that's one we'll take. Muklas we'll take. I'm not sure if Tidehunter is in right now. I feel like there's just not... There's Murloc Knight, right? That's the huge one. Scarab generally feels slow. I think I could sometimes hit a 3/6 taunt right now. Does feel pretty reasonable, right? And it's protection piece. The crab is just so... If you hit it, right? If you hit a Murloc... If you hit the Murloc Knight, there's nothing more satisfying, right? Another mech? Taker's really the only card here, and we did just pick up a Death Rattle. We're going to pick up another Death Rattle and a mech. Feels like a Cult Master situation for me. We're doing fine on the ones. I like Squire. Let's take the Cult Master. I think I want another Crusher. Here we take the Totem Golem. Is it wrong for you to think Dancing Sword is bad? No, I think it's generally considered not a good card. I don't think that opinion has changed. I think Stein, what happens is it's just that there's like a reset that like occurs, right? Like what I think what they do is like during a meta, right? There's a set of checkboxes, right? Like remove X cards, right? And they'll do a balance change, and then it won't be like it doesn't go into like a permanent decision box anywhere, right? It just is like, oh, for this meta, what cards do we want to ban? Click, 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 ban, and then when that a rotation occurs, that essentially doesn't get stored into any sort of memory or anywhere, and then like when cards get brought back, it just kind of defaults again. Is I think seemingly what happens. Well, it's a little bit interesting, but we'll take that. Not loving these. The upside with the Mooklas. Yeah, this is really rough. I'm almost tempted to take a Snowball just because Mooklas, maybe. I just feel like we have too many ones already. I'll take one more. Another Horse Rider. The Heckler's a nice card, right? But I want this Horse Rider. Another Mooklas. Another Cult Master. That's not doing anything. I feel like I could use a 4, but honestly the Death Rattle's interesting, especially with the Undertaker. Crowd favorite. It's nice to have these 2 follow-ups when we have 2 Totem Golems as well. Shredder, of course. I think this deck is really good. Now, here's the thing: is I feel like Micro Machine has a lot of potential, and we theoretically can protect it. But this huge Toad is now doing some big stuff because we have this Undertaker, right? And I feel like if you're going Totem Golem, right, if you're doing that on 2, you'd rather be playing the huge Toad. That's already up there. Of course, you can do some crazy stuff with Mech Warpers and Micros. And we do have the Cogmaster as well. So if you go Cogmaster into Micro, that's a thing. Yeah, they both have some nice upside here. I feel like we don't need to push for the Micros for like the win. We have there's a win condition with Micro already, but I feel like we don't need to push hard and double down on that. Unstable Ghoul can be decent for for just the Undertaker, really. I think I'm just taking a Worgen here. Not happy. I think we have a little bit too many ones. An Ogre Brute. That's my Kraken right there. Just a developmental 3 seems fine. We're okay on the 2s. Again, we have 2 Totem Golems, so maybe want to consider. We do have some overloads, so we do have those Totem Golems for the overload as well. Let's take that. Leroy. So then you can actually hero power one of those things down. Got changed to a basic. The old version of this could occasionally hit those Totem Golems, which would be insane. I think I like the Axe. The guy who was saying it last time, but somebody was saying like Axe feels like it's maybe dropped off a bit. Still, or they weren't as impressed with Axe, but I think I like it here. If it was the old Totem, if it was the original version of that Tuskar, I think we could take it. Yeah, this looks good. Cult Master. If we were ahead with the cards that we are, I think Cult Master on 4 is reasonable. Let me get Deck Tracker up and running. All those ones. Huge Toad off the top. Not the best set of draws, is it? I was thinking about tossing this. So many mechs. If we get a Huge Toad now, I'm going to be sad because Huge Toad could have been a mech. Spellbreaker? Bash. Good too, honestly. All right. They confirmed that they're going to be adding the missing cards. It's supposed to happen sometime this week. I was hoping that it would happen today, but I'm going to assume they make that hit. Maybe even that one. hate it. Any controversial picks? They're all controversial. I passed up on the Kraken. People didn't seem to like that.
My eyes are open. First kill. For Blackwing! Elements guide you. Job done.
Would have been insane turn for that, Sylvanas. Yeah, for sure.
Blade be thirsty.
Mind if I roll need?
Just need to dodge and execute. Oh, broom's not a thing. GG. Alright, nice. We got a win on our first game. They start looked a little bit iffy, but we top decked the lifesaver on 3. It's kind of a weak thing to do on 3, but it was a lifesaver.
Thrall versus Arthas. For Lordaeron. For Doomhammer.
How'd it go? Went well. Smooth process. There wasn't a line, but there was a lot. Like once, like I got to my polling location, was able to get a booth. Looks like most of the booths were filled up. So it's a nice process. So looks like people were voting, which is great. But it wasn't so much to where like people were having to wait. I got it done nice and early in the day. Thank you for asking, America. Appreciate it. That is definitely a thing on my mind today. Hey, Zapper, that's great to hear. What America's voting, primarily it's mainly Senate races right now. But there's a lot of local stuff, like I voted on a number of propositions, so we have each state has its own set of propositions that they're voting for. We also have a mayoral election. I probably should be getting rid of the mech. It's an unfortunate expenditure of mana here.
Battle detected.
Hungry Dragon's usually pretty popular.
Bring out your dead.
Oh, I think this is great. Oh yeah, I forgot. Deck tracker. I just don't think I have it on. I don't think it's capturing at the moment. Let me fix that. It's up there.
Not on my watch.
Hard removal's so rare.
You win this. Thrall versus Thrall. For Doomhammer. For the Frost Wolves.
Mad Bomber's in. Hey Quintic, how's it going?
It's getting hot in here. First kill. Elements first kill.
I think since they're playing it too, the Unbound should feel pretty fine. If they play the scary...
I don't do that.
Let's see what they got here. I feel like we should be pretty safe. Okay, they're getting the correct damage in. This game feels a lot better already. Very powerful here.
Funnel cakes. Get your funnel cakes here.
Looking from them. I fucking dare you to go after the Mech Warper here.
I'll take you down with more cakes. I serve the Fire Lord.
Actually have a secret. Do we think it's the
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here. Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here. Giddy up! Engage! Elements guide me. Job's done.
I think we lost this game. New hero power. Feels like it'd have some punishing potential here, right?
Giddy up! It's clobbering. Elements guide me. Giddy up!
Yeah, counter or spellbender. Probably.
Greetings from beyond the grave. Elements. Giddy up! Give that minion a turn to get ready.
No Kodo in my deck, sadly. Yeah. It's annoying because the ones came at a point in the curve where it's just like we couldn't really. I didn't feel like we could not take them. The other cards were just so garbage. Maybe I just throw the ones away from my starting hand, but that feels wrong to do. It's just we need to not draw all of them together. Well, I knew the weakness. Sucks to be seeing it every time.
Thrall versus Sylvanas.
Victory for the Forsaken.
For Doomhammer.
We lost a game with the Totem Golem Stein. But not sure if that's really truly the answer for us. I'll start throwing ones.
No time for games.
Feed the fish, landlubber.
Elements guide me.
Well met.
Hurry up! Portal online!
I have an unknown 3. Be a hunter card.
Trogzor! Trogzor!
Engage! I am the dancing master!
First,
Or die! Or both. Touche. Did someone say bomb? Death again!
don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here. The cavalry's here.
Come close and listen.
Go ahead. Make my day. Bring out your dead.
Giddy up! Giddy up!
Right on time.
This guy's toast.
Oh, goody.
Oh. Yeah, not a Mad Bomber is one of my least favorite cards ever. I've always put it as in like the top 5, top 3 of my least favorite cards. That's a good example of why. All right. Any patches out? Man, I was really hoping they would come on Tuesday. It's noon. It's 1, I guess, on Pacific time, right? Or is it before... What time is it? Everybody's done time dungeons. It's 11, so they're now an hour. There's an hour difference between them and me now. Nice to get a gold card. Reload the games. I think if they did a hotfix, is it? I thought for sure it was normally Tuesdays is when they did their updates. Thursday and Friday the last month. Oh man, it's gonna be a long wait then.
You'll find Castle Nathrius full of intrigue and danger.
Pirates can help this thing out a little bit. Timing a Kel'Thas out for an early pack rat can be good as well.
Seven fresh opponents. Are you ready? It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard.
Hope everybody's doing well. I'm glad to hear people were voting. I think Zapper said they voted today. Yeah, hopefully to answer the question earlier about you know, what we're all voting on. It's a lot of more localized stuff like governor and senatorial races, proposition stuff. Not voting on a president or anything like that, but senators do impact national legislation in a big way. So, well, we're voting for our state senators. They do have big national impact. We're also voting on some House representatives as well.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
School district stuff. That stuff can be important.
You're doing great out there. The battle is really raging out there.
Hold this for a while so we don't mind taking the buff on it. We could buy, sell. It's a little bit weird. Just thinking about this. We're going to get rid of this much sooner than getting rid of the Patient Scout, so we'll take the buff on the Scout. Next, I feel like this is just not the tempo that you want out of a Kel'Thas, so I might just cycle out the Gambler next turn. Try to get another buff happening, depending on what my shop looks like. That 55th deck, so I needed to hit first, I needed to hit there for the tie.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
Beasts are in, so Gas Coiler is really interesting with that. Some Murlocs. All right. Do.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
I think we're just holding that for a 6. We have Murlocs. We could try to... I don't really want Volatile Venom with Murlocs, though. Take a pair. Don't mind getting Taunt on that. Is this strong enough for me to take this? If I take this, I do get notably weaker if this Trickster hits elsewhere. Maybe I taunt the small one.
That one might make all the difference.
Yeah, I feel like I might have already lost everybody by switching from Arena. But if there's stuff you'd like to see, Marvel Snap, etc., just not really filling arenas while it's in the limited card state that it is in. Uh-oh. I should have taunted the big one. Gotta be careful on Kel'Thas. Sometimes I'll forget about this.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
mean, it's an upgrade and it pushes the quest progression. And now we've got 2 Sewer Rats, which are pretty good with the Volatile. So I guess I want to take this. Buff it. Mechs can be, I think, good with the Volatile Venom. Beastar Mechs?
Everyone's gunning for you.
Yeah, I did Arena this morning. It just wasn't very fun. I was gonna come back. I was hoping that they would be quote unquote fixed by today, but it didn't seem to be the case. Bummer here as this next snipe hits that. Oh, oh man, really should have taunted this. I think I was just trying to be too big brain.
The battle is really raging out there.
Freezing for this, for sure, right?
The scourge will consume you.
Six shot next turn. Yeah, I think also frustrating me is like the frustrations with Arena. It's like you're playing Arena and then everybody's complaining about it at the same time, and it's I don't mind playing Arena. It's just I want to be able to talk about other stuff while playing Arena. Hard to drive conversation that way. Speaking of driving conversation another way, went out and voted this morning, and now we wait. Arizona's going to be a very closely contended state on a number of things, and we probably won't find out for a number of days what the results are.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
Sure, that's at 6. Now, this is interesting. I think the demons are big bait versus Murlocs, so I think I have to go Gas Coiler, and we're going to start trying to figure out a way to activate this now. So we want Pirates and Murlocs.
Great. Let's get some better minions in here.
Oh, if we can get a Hogger, like, we might be able to just cycle through with a Hogger and help get this done a little bit quicker. Yeah, this quest actually on about me. Like, this is a quest I could potentially even ignore. If you have Poison Murlocs, it might just be better to ignore it, I think, in some situations.
They trashed my place in Dalaran.
Maybe if we find somebody to do a co-op with us, we'll do more arenas.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Most stuff's pretty out of the cleave range. Thing I play is gonna get buffed.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure. Better hire a recruit while you can.
Trying to decide if I want to push for this, honestly. Another taunt on that.
Practice makes perfect. Border parties here. I think you can win this thing.
Hey, that's something. Managed to survive that.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
Oh, leapfrog. This isn't actually doing so much, but I could find a leapfrog build.
A good tactical choice. You're down a minion and up a gold. Let's see if you can stay on
Macaw's not doing any favors. Pops the Divine Shield. Get rid of the Macaw soon. He's pretty lucky with those beasts. This dying last is great. So far away on this quest, it's just hard for me to figure out a time that I can try to push for it.
You're good at this.
It's,
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
The odds are in my favor.
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
So I think I like this here versus the beasts.
Tactical choice.
Important chariots, lesser bombs.
Let's see if I just was really clever or really dumb. That was a great hit. But yeah, they're out of range. What's that? What's that taunt? Leapfrogger? Alright. Well. Good news is that that was about as good as it could have gone for me. I need this to... Oh, that would have been really nice if that, you know. Oh, geez, what are these? Oh. And maybe snipe that? No? These were awful.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
Demons up at 7 health. We need this to go off one more time. Just get a extra copy of it. And they've probably tripled out of that range as well. I think we probably want to get rid of this now. I can't push for that, really.
I'll give you a good price. recruits.
Nothing scares me. Except mice.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Oh, interesting. They didn't have... I thought they might still have the pew-pews going on. They just went big. The pew-pew... Ah, that was a bad hit for us. I'm pretty sure we're dead here. So we got a fourth out of that? Wow. That game was awful for me. I get so confused by BGs. Next, let's do Mutanus. Um,
Ha! Caught one.
Yo,
Howdy.
so appreciated, Bimias. Thank you for subbing. Thank you for subbing during non-arena related content. That makes me feel really a bit better as well. Right, we're gonna transfer the stats early on. Think we want it on the Dozy Whelp here. Thank you kindly, Bimias. Appreciate that. Thank you for the resub. Hope you're doing well.
Have a good battle, friend.
Should check speedrun to see if my last speedrun submission got submitted. You know, speaking of the kitty, I feel like somebody redeemed a kitty treat that I never got to. Let me check that. I think that was yesterday. I'm gonna have to refund some points. I'm doing okay.
How's it going out there?
Pop, 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 pop. All right, I'm going to put Thanks for stepping in. Workday's treating you well.
In the name of beauty, I'll dazzle you.
Bummer. That's a real big bummer that they don't hit first there. We might as well have taken the 1-4. Well,
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
normally we would take the Tad and hold it, but I'm interested in putting this Tad on the Dozy Whelp. Take another dragon. Yeah, this is interesting. Apparently we could just never sell the Tad, transfer over, and just buff the Tad up. This scales, right? Theoretically. No, at this point on, I don't know when to best use this this hero power. Oh, that's the best hits we could take.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
I want to level here. If I sell buy, technically this is better, right? Sell buy level. Do I just want health on this thing right now? Yeah, we want health primarily. Hope the math on this is right. 7. Like this is slightly better, I think, than just buttoning, right? I was just talking about. I think I need to check to make sure. I think I need to refund. It might be. Do I need to refund you? I had I think I had forgotten on to do my last redemption. I need to check in on that. But Rexer will always want treats. But let me get caught up on the redemptions. I want battle cries here. We're happy to have transfer over at some point, right? Not seeing the battle cries I'd like. The sparring partner's alright, and it's also... I don't think we freeze for just one battle cry here. Yeah, I can't remember if I... Okay. But yeah, if you want to redeem... Start a BG. By the way, if people want to lobby up together, let me know. I haven't played on EU in a little while, but I wouldn't mind switching servers as well.
Nice work out there. Keep up the pressure.
Battle cry, huh? So... grab a pair? Might not die is the thing.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
That's so strong against me. It's reborn. Well, good news. This dies. Okay, good. Got rid of the big damage. Man, that's like they were building specifically against me. So effective against my my build. Battle cry. Normally we would just be taking that. I have 2 battle cries right here. We're freezing this. We're gonna get cooked book rolling.
I think you can win this thing.
Oh, come on, the 1 health. Why are they so fucking big? Cooked book just is not gonna be fast here either. We're in the danger zone. Alright. It's not the time to be sad, I guess.
Need a drink?
Give me a brand.
Arise, my champions!
Don't tell the others. I'm rooting for you.
The bones lost to the past.
Nothing scares me, except mice. Nothing scares me, except mice.
Have a good battle, friend.
Very interesting build. Please let me live here. Alright, not an 8. Just gotta keep cooking our book. It's a little bit hard using Cookbook and Devour in my head. Like, this is...
Your minions really pulled their weight. I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble. You're down a minion and up a gold.
Are you on the guest list?
I'm feeling punchy.
I think this made sense? Yeah, Cookbook's always been great. Numog makes it really strong. Can we get a Divine Shield on this? It might be time... I don't know, has the Whiteman been doing favors for us? It might be time to get rid of it.
No more.
Hey, looks like there's some new cards revealed. Check these out in just a second.